largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartment.
Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services, from fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Quartzview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen, when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Quartzview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Quartzview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to football on Classic Hits 97.7 on OKSports.tv and on Facebook Live. That's Classic Hits 97.7. I'm Michael Barnes. We've got a new camera operator here this evening. Also, she'll be our scoreboard operator. She's getting double pay what we've been giving Justin O'Neill the first 3 weeks of the season. Deanne working feverishly to get that correct camera angle for you on OKSports.tv. District opener for both ball clubs here tonight. District A2 matchup between the Tigers of Mangum and the Tigers of Hollis. Hollis coming into the ballgame with a record of 0-3. They have lost to Wellington, Rush Springs, and Texoma. Wellington beat them 50-14. Sky Rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. And then Rush Springs rolled them up 45-16. And it was Texoma last week knocking off this Hollis team 48-12. So again, they come in with a record of 0-3. Meantime, the Mangum Tigers, as you know, are 1-2 on the year. They lost in the opening ball game to Ringling 32-0. And then a nail-biter against Walters, losing there 15-14 a couple of weeks ago before coming off the collective deck and beating Apache last week at home, 28-22. So Mangum 1-2 on the year. We can tell you that there are already district standings that are available on the district side in A2. Last night they celebrated homecoming up at Hobart, and the Bearcats knocked off Hinton by a final score of, what was that score? Let's check that real quick now and bring that up if we can there, Mr. Producer. And it was 54-22, Hobart over Hinton last night. So Hobart getting their 15 points in that ball game. And so they celebrated homecoming and got that game in early last evening. So rest of the District A2 standings are actually scheduled for tonight on this week 1 of district football. Will feature the Frederick Bombers. They're on the road at Sayre tonight. Meantime, Cordell is hosting Merritt. By the way, that ball game along our network on 107 The Zone. You can also check it out on oksports.tv. So, and Chad asking any way that the screen can be avoided. No, it cannot. It's right there. We can't do anything about it. So you're gonna be screened in here. Okay, well, see if you can. But again, and what we're doing is we're working on trying to get you the best possible camera look we can here tonight. Some of our facilities just not real conducive to cameras here, and we understand that. So we'll do the best that we can. So tonight we've got Sayre and Frederick, and it's Cordell and Merritt, and also Mangum playing here at Hollis. And last night, Hobart beating Hinton. Elsewhere on the schedule for this evening in Class B play, Carnegie was set to take on Central High, but that ball game has been postponed because of heavy weather in the central part of the state of Oklahoma. Same story with Snyder at Waurika. Snyder 4-0 on the year, scheduled to travel to Waurika, but that ball game has been postponed. Also postponed, the Altus Bulldog football game that was scheduled for 5 o'clock tonight against Southeast, and that is a district opener for both ball clubs. That one postponed not because of poor weather in Altus or at Hightower Memorial Stadium, but the bus that the Southeast players were on actually involved in an accident south of Chickasha earlier today. The kids understandably shook up. Coaching staff and administration trying to get the Southeast players back home to their parents, because you can imagine as a parent finding that out. And so they have rescheduled that ball game now for tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Hightower Memorial Stadium. Matt Terry's team will look to pick up their 4th win in as many bowl games this year and also get their first district win of the year against Southeast. But a harrowing day today for that football squad. And again, fortunately, apparently everybody that was on the Southeast bus okay. They hit a car that hydroplaned and spun out in front of them. There is no word on the driver's condition that was involved in that accident. Do have some games that will take place here this evening. 4A matchup, Anadarko and Cache. That ought to be a good one. Also on the schedule tonight, Elgin will entertain Weatherford. Last night in 4A play, Chickasha rolling up Elk City 49-14, and Clinton. Suddenly now Clinton looks like they are the Clinton of old after going 3-7 last year. Red Tornadoes beating Newcastle last night by 40. 53-13 was the final score there. Well, we talked about the Altus Bulldogs and that ball game being postponed. There are a couple of games that are being postponed until Monday in the 5A ranks. One of those, Duncan at Noble. And you say, well, why not postpone the ball game until Monday for the Altus Bulldogs? Well, that's because next Friday, district title may be on the line when they travel to Ardmore. Ardmore ranked number 2 all over Lawton last night, winning by a final score of 40-14. So there are those that think that Ardmore and Altus will be for the district championship. Duncan got a pretty good football team, and MacArthur has got some athletes as well. But, again, that's why you do not play on a Monday and then try to turn around and play Ardmore on a Friday night. Midwest City and Lawton in a shootout last night. Midwest City winning that one by a final score of 56-45, as we had a proverbial track meet that was going on there. By the way, Chad giving you the thumbs up on the shot through the screen. What he and the rest of the viewers need to understand is when we pan left, and we'll be panning left, those of you that are in the theater, you know what we're talking about. The screens will be there. We've tried to remove those screens, and we don't think the Fox Radio would like to pay for screens that Deanne would tear up trying to get them out. So enjoy that view while you have it. Class C bowl game last night at Tipton. Tried to listen to this one. Fingernails on the chalkboard. Tipton wins it by a final score of 44-14 over Fox. 44-14, the final score. Fox last night losing to Tipton, and the Tigers now 2-2 on the year. Last game, Mountain View Godibo in the top 10 in the rankings. They will entertain Temple in a ball game that will be played over at Mountain View Godibo. So tonight we've got Hollis and Mangum coming up. It is the countdown to kickoff, and it's right now on Classic Hits 97.7. We'll return to Will Husband Stadium after this. You're listening to high school football the way it should sound on Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu. Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu. Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit. Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Our countdown to kickoff on Classic Hits 97.7 being brought to you by our good friends over there and to the Stockman's Bank. Thank you so much for being a part of our pregame show here on Classic Hits 97.7 as we do countdown to kickoff on this football Friday night. It was softball yesterday. Can somebody get a message from Richard Carney? He may be on his way here with his lovely family. Let him know that I need to talk to him at halftime. We need him to be our halftime guest. Richard Carney will be joining us here in the broadcast booth. His team yesterday went on the road and played at Elk City, snapped a two-game losing streak as they were victorious, winning by a final score of 6-0 over the Elk City Elkettes. Mangum now will regroup and close out the regular season at home on Monday when they entertain Canute. Will be there for that ball game. That one will be a first pitch of 5 o'clock, and after the contest then we will have senior day activities. So look forward to that coming up on Monday. It'll be Canute and Mangum wrapping up the regular season. And of course, next week it will be the high school district play, or regional play rather, for the softball teams 2A through 6A. And Mangum will be hosting one of those regionals. We hope that the pairings will be announced on Monday. Richard thinks that will be the case, and so we look forward to that as the regional pairings will get underway beginning on Thursday over in Mangum. You got some information for me?
Needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, insurance, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Well, we're back here at Will Husband Stadium as we get our countdown to kickoff rolling on here. It brought to you in part by Stockman's Bank. And for those of you who think that Justin O'Neill got fired because last week we had some problems technically, you'd be wrong in thinking that. Justin, of course, his real job, his day job, is over there at Navajo Schools, and they've got a big event coming up. I believe he told me at Southwestern up in Weatherford, a big music event going to take place. And they will be departing from the Navajo area at about 6:30 tomorrow morning. So he needed to make sure that he had all of his ducks in a row in anticipation of that event. And he's got another one next Saturday. So Deanne will be at the helm for the next couple of weeks. The only difference between the two of them is she refuses to speak. Although it was about 3 years ago that we came to Hollis to do basketball, I had a headset on her, and is normally the habit when I talk to her for just a little bit, I can get her to open up. And that night she did until she heard her own voice in her headphones and immediately stopped talking. So now at home, I want her to get to stop talking. I just put a headset on her, and it doesn't work, but it sounds like a good idea. We can tell you that there is college football coming up tomorrow afternoon and evening with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Maybe Chad can give us an update as to which we will carry along the network on KTJS. But both the Cowboys and the Sooners play at 6 tomorrow night. Oklahoma State will do Big 12 action. They'll take on Texas Tech. That could be a very high-scoring affair. Meantime, it'll be the Golden Knights, or the Black Knights, actually, of Army, as they will be at Norman to take on the Sooners. Now, that OU game will be on a pay-per-view basis only. And I believe Fox has the OSU and Texas Tech ball game. That's one of many good ball games on the college ranks tomorrow. Another one, number 1, Alabama will take on Texas A&M, and everybody talks about protégés of Nick Saban and how they do against Saban. They don't do well. It'll be interesting to see if that juggernaut that is Alabama can be slowed down at all tomorrow by the 12th man and the Aggies of Texas A&M. That should be a good one tomorrow afternoon. Meantime, Nebraska Cornhuskers trying to find their first win of the year. They came up with Scott Frost. He used to play quarterback for them. Left UCF last year after winning what he said was the national championship. And everybody excited there in Huskerland. They got one game that was canceled because of rain and lightning. And then they lost to Troy last week. Troy out of Alabama. So it's been a tough start for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And tomorrow they'll play in the Big Ten opener for both ball clubs as they will do battle with the Michigan Wolverines. Hello, sir. How are you? Well, yeah, and our newspaper guy wanted to talk Baker Mayfield, and why not? And Deanne didn't know this game was on. Of course, I was on the road coming back from Oklahoma City, and when I got back, it was time to go to bed. But Baker Mayfield getting called out of the bullpen last night. Tyrod Taylor, the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, suffering a concussion late in the first half in Cleveland's ball game with the New York Jets. Jets. And Baker, 17 of 21, 201 yards, and he led Cleveland to their first win in 20 games. They hadn't won a ball game since 2016. So Hugh Jackson, does he have a big decision on his hands? Probably not. If Tyrod Taylor has to go through protocol, thank you, sir. If he has to go through that concussion protocol, they should just go ahead and start Baker Mayfield. He's wearing number 6 for the Brownies too, isn't he? Yeah, I think he is. It's amazing the number of teams that are followed around southwest Oklahoma because they've got Oklahoma Sooners playing on them. Remember a few years ago when Sam Bradford and Adrian Peterson were up there at Minnesota? Well, now everybody in southwest Oklahoma is suddenly a big fan of the Cleveland Browns. Our countdown to kickoff continues here as we get set for Hollis and Mangum. It's an A2 district opener for both ball clubs, and our countdown to kickoff continues after this from Stockman's Bank on Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
By the way, Chad Fox letting us know that Oklahoma State will be on 1420 KTJS tomorrow afternoon and evening as the Cowboys look to go 4-0. They beat my Boise State Broncos last week. Oh, my goodness, I'm still trying to recover from that. So Oklahoma State and Texas A&M, 4 o'clock pregame show kickoff will be at 6 tomorrow from Boone Pickens Stadium. One other college game to tell you about, my Northwest Missouri State University Bearcats, the Mighty Bearcats, will be at Edmond tomorrow to take on UCO. There had been plans where our family was going to go see that ball game, but the weather has apparently changed those plans, so there you have it. We mentioned Casey a moment ago from the Mangum Star Democrat. Boy, what a great newspaper that is. It's been around since like 1887. No, I wasn't born then, but thank you for asking. And Casey bringing us up-to-date statistics. Brett Perry leads the club with 38 carries, 164 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. His long run of the season has been 24 yards. Meantime, Sean Claude Booth, 32 carries, 143 yards. No touchdowns, but his long carry, 27. Colton Laughlin, 27 carries, 142 yards. His long carry, 27. That came last week when on that quarterback sneak, he had fourth at about a half yard and went 27 straight up the middle for the touchdown. Laughlin passing the football, 23 of 54 on the year, 376 yards. He's got a 73-yard score underneath his belt, 2 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions on the season for Laughlin. Countdown kickoff continues here on Classic Hits 97.7 as we get set for Hollis and Mangum from Will Husband Stadium over in Hollis. We'll return after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
There's only one place for the best selection of items for Mangum's homecoming. It's Flowers Unlimited at 113 South Oklahoma. Your choices include 7 different mums starting at $18.95, 4 different garters starting at $12.95, several kinds of noisemakers including the popular cowbell, lighted pom-poms, lighted jewelry, and candy snack packs. It's Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. Proud to be a Bearcat booster. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
When you need farm and ranch or mobile home or auto insurance or even life insurance, then your best choice just might be Steve Martin, Oklahoma Farm Bureau agent in Greer County. Steve, along with Rosanna Schuster, CSR, are ready to help you, including top-notch service. Greer County Farm Bureau office is located on North Oklahoma Street in Mangum. Give them a call at 782-3827. That's 782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Back at Will Husband Stadium as we continue our countdown to kickoff here on Classic Hits 97.7. And earlier today, my buddies and I, we attempted to play some golf over at Fort Sill Golf and Country Club, and we got in about 5 holes before the rain took over. Got absolutely soaked, was freezing cold, and got home, and Deanne said, "You're going to get sick." Do you remember this? 2 years ago today, apparently I was sick. I don't remember that. All right, so I was really sick 2 years ago? What was wrong with me? Don't remember? Just really sick. Okay. That Facebook memory came up, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I don't remember that, but we'll go with it. All right, so a couple of things to pass along to you. There were those questioning why didn't these two teams, Hollis and Mangum, play last night like a bunch of other teams did from across the state of Oklahoma and some here in southwest Oklahoma. Well, one of the reasons was really wasn't that bad weather-wise, and certainly isn't tonight, but the other reason is tonight they are celebrating the 5-year anniversary of the state championship that Hollis won as they beat Ringling. Remember that night over at Cache? You should. Chad Fox and I were there for that ball game, and boy, I tell you what, we had a lot of fun that night. Chad trying to stay warm, and me tried not to let my fear of heights bother me because we were actually outside broadcasting that ball game. They said state championship ball game against Ringling, and Chad, it was December. It was cold for Chad, and like I say, we were outside on top of the press box, and every time I get a little close to the edge, you'd hear my voice go up a couple of octaves. So that's why they didn't even think about playing last night, because of that 5-year anniversary of that state championship, and they honor that Hollis football team that went undefeated that year, 14-0 in winning that state championship. Also, there have been those in social media. Sometimes folks talk about things on social media that they have no idea what the entire story is. Case in point, there were those that were questioning why the Southeast and Altus football game was not played last night, instead trying to postpone it until today. And then, of course, that car accident, or a bus and car accident took place, and they have to postpone it until tomorrow. Well, here's why. It was parent-teacher conference time at Altus, and there was no way for them to pull it off on a Thursday night. Simply couldn't get it done. So for those of you who want to question and put things on social media, make sure you do your research before you do that. Thank you so much. We appreciate your cooperation. Captains for both clubs making their way towards midfield. Did you get a shot of that, Dan? Do you have that? Brett Perry is out there. Colton Laughlin joins him. Sean Claude Booth, and the final member of that captain squad will be J.J. Skinner. Skinner has been impressive this year on both sides of the football field. Javon Dixon, one of the captains tonight for Hollis. He is joined by Moses Reyes. Also out there this evening, Jeffy Foy in Kittle, and the final member of those captain squad out there, and you can't miss him, Cooper Scott. Boy, I tell you what, Cooper fills out the uniform and them some. So the officials being introduced here as we get set for this ball game between the Tigers squared, that is Mangum, and it is Hollis. And some different uniforms tonight for Mangum, a little bit smaller. They're junior high uniforms. Had a chance to visit with William Dickey. He said, you know what, Barnes, 2 weeks ago when we went over there to Walters and it was rainy and muddy, I like to never get the uniforms clean. So there may be some different numbers that we will see here tonight in this ball game for the Mangum Tigers as we begin district play on a field that has been chewed up over the last, about 3 or 4 years. We were talking to Trent Shelby. Trent, one of the assistant coaches here at Hollis and a longtime friend, known him and his kiddos and watched them grow up in the little leagues over there at Altus. But Trent said that you'll remember, 4 years ago, I believe, the year after they won the state championship, they played Empire here in I believe it was a third-round ball game. and it was a veritable ice bowl, and they just simply chewed the field up. Then the drought hit, and then they got grubs, and the field just has never been able to recover. And so knowing that, William Dickey said, we're not going to go with our fancy Nancy jerseys. Instead, we're going to go with the junior high jerseys. And one of those number changes, Sean-Claude Booth. What's up, man? How are you? Sean-Claude Booth, one of those number changes out there, wearing 42 tonight instead of 12. So if you see him in your picture screen, you'll know that's Sean-Claude, and Barnes knows what he's talking about, although that is a rare occasion. Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by our good friends over there at Stockman's Bank. And we'll come back with your opening kick as we get set for Mangum and Hollis here on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Can't say enough about the great folks who sponsor Mangum broadcast here on Classic Hits 97.7. And, you know, it always bothers me when I hear weather forecasters say a fall-like day or summer-like temperatures when actually it is summertime, or when it is actually fall. And we do have summer until officially tomorrow the autumnal equinox will take place, and we will have moved into fall according to the calendar. And it is a fall night here tonight, no doubt about it. In fact, Deanne said, I should have brought my gloves out of your truck. We only have about 27 pair in there, and she forgot to bring at least one of them. So Hollis is going to kick the football away here tonight. They will do so from left to right on your listening device. And the big-bodied Lorenzo Scrappy Salinas will be doing the kicking. Well, you know, if you're as big as Lorenzo is, you can have a nickname like Scrappy, because nobody's going to question you on that. So we're about ready to get this one underway. We talked about the uniforms of Mangum and their all-white road uniforms with the black numerals and the orange trim, black helmets. Meantime, Hollis and their all-maroon look with the white numerals and white trim. By the way, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Maroon 5 has been selected as the halftime artist at Super Bowl 52 coming up in February. And there were some people upset about it because the Super Bowl will be played in Atlanta, and they thought maybe that there were some local artists that may fit, but apparently it'll be Adam Levine and Maroon 5. So Brett Perry back here at his own 20-yard line, and apparently they're not thinking that Hollis is going to kick the ball very deep. Perry at his 20, everybody else up real close, and there is a high end-over-end kick. Fielded back here at about the 30-yard line and backtracking to the 25, and probably shouldn't have done that, would be the up back. So not a good return there for Mangum. As they'll go to work first and 10, they'll have the ball. I think they'll mark him down officially at the 24-yard line. And, you know, they have the new jerseys, and they didn't put that one on the roster. Or did they? No, they didn't. Oh, yeah, it was. That was Fisher Webb. All right, so Fisher Webb, a late addition there. All right, Mangum set to go to work. They'll go shotgun now, and an inside handoff to Sean-Claude. He's got the 30, boost on his feet, 35, 40, and dragged down from behind at about the 41-yard line. Making the tackle from behind was Glenn Hickman, but a huge hole here on the left side for Sean-Claude to begin the ball game. And Booth will pick up about 16. It'll be first and 10 from the 42. Mangum again going to go shotgun. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Now Perry in motion. They'll hand it off to Brett. Jet sweep. Perry turns the corner, gets a block, has the 35, 40, 50. Still on his feet, comes across the field. Look out, Brett at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. No flags. Touchdown, Brett Perry. 59 yards away for Brett Perry. And with 11:28 left in quarter number one, Mangum on top by a score of 6-0. So Perry getting a great block out on the edge as he had a couple of wide receivers that peeled back, and then Brett goes cross country. A couple of players slipped for Hollis, and Perry untouched into the end zone. So Mangum, a two-play drive on the ground, and they lead it by a score of 6-0. Here's the extra point by Henry Lopez, and it is up, and it is good. And with 11:28 left in quarter number one, Mangum strikes quickly. They lead it 7-0 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Two-play drive for the Mangum Tigers as they will take it 74 yards on those two plays. A couple of running plays, Sean-Claude Booth and Brett Perry. And Mangum on top 7-0 after the extra point by Henry Lopez. So the Tigers of Mangum set to kick the football away. And we thought maybe there may be some scoring in this one. A little surprised it was on the ground and as quick as it was. So Lopez set to kick the ball away now for the Tigers from right to left. Puts a toe in it. A little short kick fielded by the upback. And Zane Gray. Gray right up the middle of the field's got the 35, 40, 45, and all the way out across the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line of Mangum. And a nice return by Gray. There is a strong breeze that is buffeting us out of the north. And you can hear it coming into our broadcast facility, in fact. And Lopez kicking the ball into that wind and couldn't get it very far. So great field position for Hollis to begin the ball game. Javion Dixon, great athlete, underneath center. And we are underway now. 1st and 10 for Hollis. Deep handoff here to the tailback. Big hole, 40. And down to the 39-yard line will go Jeffrey Flaw-in-Catul. We're going to call him Jeffy the rest of the night. That's a tough one to say there. Pick up 11 for Jeffrey. And it'll bring up a 1st and 10 now. And guys deep in the secondary making that play, including Fisher Webb. Webb kind of looking around like, somebody got to make that before I do. By the way, Dalen Stacy leading the club in tackles. He's got 23 unassisted tackles on the year, 6 assisted. So 1st and 10. Dixon, deep handoff again to Jeffy, and this time he's hit after a 2-yard gain, filling the hole nicely. Sean-Claude Booth. So a pickup of 2 here on the right side. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. With 10:45 left here in quarter number one. Clock running and Mangum on top, 7-0. Now the other thing, this time of the year, it gets dark awfully fast, and I found that out last night. Left Children's Hospital in Oklahoma City at about 7:05 and barely made it to the McDonald's on the turnpike before it was dark. It's terribly depressing for me. So 2nd down and 10, or 2nd down and 8. They'll go I formation. Again, Jeffy with a handoff. Left side, got room, 30. Inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. They'll move the 6. That'll be a 1st down. Lopez in on the stop with Dalen Stacy, but again, not before a 1st down is picked up by this Hollis Tiger group, and both teams just coming out and running right at one another and slugging each other in the mouth. 10-10 left here this first quarter of play, and they don't have the lights on just yet, and I think they're going to need to here before long. By the way, for those of you watching on Facebook Live and also on oksports.tv, nothing we can do about that camera angle. Folks coming by waving and saying, "Hi, Mom." So 1st and 10, Jeffy again with the carry left side, and boy, he'll get hammered as he takes it inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Big stick across the way there by Dalen Stacy. Also in on the stop, Leighton Ketchum. Gain, though, of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. So the drive started at the 50-yard line, and Jeffrey Thaw-in-It-Cool has carried the football each and every time for this Hollis Tiger football team under the direction of Patrick Braun. Play clock got to be getting down close to 25 seconds. Dixon hands it off, and again, they'll go right back to the same guy. And this time, just a short gain for Jeffy. He'll pick up maybe a yard, sets up at 3rd down and 4. Obviously, this is 4-down territory for this group from Hollis as they trail 7-0 in a part of a field that has been chewed up pretty good. So we will see what they decide to do here. Talked about Dixon and the great athlete that he has been over the years. We've seen him numerous times on the basketball court, and this kid can flat out do things that are amazing. I'm going to hand it off, though, to Jeffy on the left side. He'll take it inside the 20 down to the 19. Undercut there by Booth. Good tackle by Sean Claude, and brings up a 4th down at about a yard. Well, it looked like there was some hole on that left side, and Booth does a great job of filling the gap and making a nice open field tackle. So with 8:15 left here in the first period of play, it'll be 4th down and about a yard for Hollis as they have it at the 18-yard line. Bringing the play in from the sideline, Noah Campbell. Campbell going to split out here on the near side, but it's an I formation for Hollis. You got to think they're going to run the football, and ball going to be bobbled. Boy, that is a break there for Hollis. Now they're going to get called for an illegal procedure penalty, but it had disaster written all over it as the ball was fumbled by Dixon, but the whistle blew it dead before a Mangum player can pick it up. It looked like Leighton Ketchum was ready to catch and run. So instead of 4th and a yard, it now becomes 4th and 6. But again, the ball at the 24-yard line. Hollis going to go for it here. It's led inside of 8 minutes, 7:55 and running. It is first period of play. Mangum scored on their second play from scrimmage and only took 34 seconds off the clock to do it. So 4th and long, Dixon going to roll near side, pump fake, wants to run the football, looks for a block, not going to get it. Perry with a big hit at about the 21-yard line. Javon will fall forward to the 20. That's short of a first down, so Mangum will hold. They'll get the football back with 7:31 left here in quarter number 1. So Mangum getting a break on the 4th and short. The offside or the illegal procedure penalty against Hollis made it 4th and 6. Hollis getting a break on that play as well because they had fumbled the football. Looked like Mangum was going to recover. So Mangum will go to work for the second time tonight offensively from their own 20-yard line. Shotgun formation, Booth on a handoff, cuts it back up inside, breaks a tackle, spins his way out to the 24-yard line. Hard running by Sean Claude Booth. And the open field tackle made by Jeffy. The guy does it all for this group from Hollis. But nice gain there, almost 5. It'll bring up a 2nd down and long 5, short 6. Hand off again to Booth. Sean Claude back to the line of scrimmage and no more. As that time the linebacker filling on that right side, James McConaughey. And it brings up a 3rd down and 5. McConaughey, all right. Maybe, no, he's not. So 3rd down and 5, shotgun formation. Rolling out right side. That's Laughlin. Colton with time. Throws, passes, in and out of the hands of Henry Lopez. Lopez trying to run with the football before he had it. Couldn't hold on, and it'll be a punting situation now for Mangum. Well-designed play there. Boy, Henry wide open at about the 40-yard line, and ball hit him in the hands. He couldn't hold on. So with 6:40 left here in this first quarter of play, Mangum to punt, and they'll do it into that stiff north breeze. Lopez has done a good job all season long of keeping the ball low, and he'll need to do so here. Mangum late in getting a player in from the sidelines. They only had 10 guys out there. Now they've got 11. Lopez, a little pressure late. Line drive kick at the 35, goes across the 45 and into Mangum territory, all the way down, actually into Hollis territory, all the way down to the 35-yard line. That ball rolled about 25 yards after it hit. So good job there by Lopez to kick that ball low out of the breeze and then get that roll on it as well. 1st and 10 now for Hollis, their second possession of the night. We saw that 4th down play, quarterback Jamin Dixon roll out to the near side, and Hollis is not a team that is known for throwing the football. In fact, Trent Shelby told me down the sidelines, he says, Barnes, we don't know how to throw the football. Dixon now going to run the option here on the near side. Gets a block, turns the corner, has the 40, across the 40 out to the 42, and there he's knocked out of bounds by Sean Claude Booth. Also Dalen Stacy in on the stop, but positive yardage here on the near side for Javon Dixon. Dixon will take it to the 43, second down and about 3. 6:23 and running here in this first quarter of play. Mangum on top 7-0. We talked about Hollis. They got some big kids up front. Cooper Scott, senior. He's a good body to run behind. You look at Lorenzo Scrappy Salinas as well. I mean, that's a good-sized young man as well. So second down and 3. And they go a little inside handoff, and ball comes free. It's on the floor. Mangum says they've got it. Hollis says otherwise, and the guys in the white and black shirts say it is Mangum football. Coming out of the pile with the football is J.T. Schrum. So great job by Schrum to come up with that loose football. It looked like the exchange between Jesse Espinosa and his quarterback, Javon Dixon, not all that good. Ball came free, and is a muddy part of the field there. And Schrum got on it, so it'll be Mangum football. They get the first turnover of the night. 1st and 10, they have it at the 44-yard line of Hollis. Booth in motion, and penalty flag going to fly, and this is going to go against Mangum. A couple of them in motion. And the illegal procedure should mark it on 5 yards against the Mangum Tigers. Yep, illegal procedure. So that's the first penalty of the night against Mangum. Each club with a 5-yard mark-off. Although Hollis's came when they had 4th and less than a yard. Pistol formation now. Put Booth on the right side of Laughlin. Behind him, Perry. They'll hand it off to Brett. Gets a block. Big hole right side, 45. At the 40. Stumbling across the 35. Still on his feet. Down the far sideline at the 30. And finally, ridden out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. They'll actually say he stepped out inside the 20 at about the 19. So Brett Perry, a couple of big runs to begin the ball game. Perry ripped off huge yardage there. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Mangum. 23-yard pickup there for Brett. Again, they'll go pistol. This time, the pistol man will be Booth. They'll hand it off Sean Claude. Bounces it to the outside. Got the 15, the 10. Makes a move at the 5 and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Sean Claude Booth from 20 yards away. And with 5:55 left in quarter number 1, Mangum has extended the lead. It's 13-0 with the extra point on the way. Great job that time by Booth, finding room over on that right side and just picking his way down the sideline. And you got to love the stock blocking of the wide receivers down the field, giving Booth room to score from 20 yards away. Lopez's extra point is up, and it is good. So with 5:55 left in quarter number 1, Mangum leads it 14-0 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Quartzview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Quartzview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Quartzview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
Another two-play drive for the Mangum Tigers. It results in 7 more points. 20-yard touchdown run by Sean Claude Booth. Extra point by Lopez. He'll kick it off here. And again, it comes up short to the up back, Zane Gray. Gray right up the middle of the field across the 45 to about the 46. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for Hollis. So Mangum taking advantage of the fumble and the short field. And again, a two-play drive. Kind of like that first drive. It started back at their own 24-yard line. So Drives of 43 yards and 74 yards, or 76 yards, and Mangum on top 14-0. Ground chuck here to begin the ball game. 5:50 left in the first quarter of play. I formation now for Hollis. Dixon underneath center. Ball on the ground again. Mangum says they've got it, and they do. So this time, coming out of the pile with the football will be J.J. Skinner. So back-to-back handoffs have been bobbled on the center exchange snap between Espinosa and Dixon, and twice now, Mangum has been Johnny on the spot, getting the recovery, and they've got it 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Hollis. How about that? 5:45 left in quarter number one. Shotgun formation. Now they'll go pistol. As a handoff here on the right side, it's Fisher-Webb. Webb trying to turn the corner, has the 45-40, still on his feet, and finally knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Looked like he had stepped out at about the 35, but he was able to tiptoe through the tulips and make his way all the way down to the 32, where it'll be 1st and 10. So Fisher-Webb getting into the rushing act now. Handoff right side. That's Sean Claude. Stumbles, gets away from a tackler, and now will pick up maybe a couple of yards down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Got to check our text message here. Richard Carney telling us softball will be at home Monday against Canute. Senior night will take place after the games are done. Start at 5. So we look forward to that coming up on Monday. 2nd down and 10, and that play didn't go anywhere well for the Mangum Tigers. Tried to run the run-pass option that time, as got into that quagmire where the field is, and Colton Laughlin really struggled to get out of there. Couldn't. Wanted to pitch the ball late to Jalen Warner, but wisely held on to the football, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and about a dozen. Regional bracket, by the way, going to be out on Monday. And Mangum will play Chelsea at noon. Crescent and Walters will play at 2, probably, is how that is playing out on Thursday of next week. Laughlin, screen pass, low, and I believe they said that. Oh, it is a catch. Nope, incomplete pass. And intended for Brett Perry. It wouldn't have made any difference. He only would have picked up a couple of yards. It would have been 4th down and 10. As it is, it'll be 4th and a dozen. And where Mangum sets on the field at the 34, they will keep it right there and not try to punt the football away. Split out here on the near side, Trey Dickey in the slot, Brett Perry. And again, boy, that's a rough part of the field to try to find footing. Laughlin flushed out of the pocket, going to roll near side, stops, throws across his body, looks for the corner of the end zone, jump ball. Perry had it in his hands, and he couldn't hold on. Now Brett Perry back there in the jump ball situation. Give credit to Noah Campbell. He was right back there with Brett. Perry, though, had a chance to make that catch, couldn't come down with the football. And with 4:15 left here in period number 1, getting it back will be Hollis. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 24 or 34-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 34. So Mangum unable to take advantage of the turnover that time. He scored on a previous miscue. 4:15 left here in quarter number 1. So a couple of touchdowns on the board for Mangum. Split out on the near side. James McConaughey. See if they go his way. No, going to run the football again. Boy, a great tackle there. Filling the hole, Sean Claude Booth, as he came up, put a whack on Jeffy after he picked up a couple of yards. They'll give him 1 to the 25. It'll bring up a 2nd down, or 35. It can bring up a 2nd down and 9. And again, Booth really selling out and filling the hole there. And we talked about Hollis, and really don't throw the football a whole lot. In fact, not much at all, and don't expect to see many balls in the air here tonight. So with that, you can basically play 11 in the box. Inside handoff, and didn't really go anywhere that time for Zane Gray. Gray swallowed up immediately. Some of the big uglies in there for Mangum, getting it done on that interior part of the line. J.J. Skinner was there. Skinner getting help as well from Corbin McGill. Also on that right side for Mangum. mentioned Skinner, but also out there doing a good job is J.T. Schrum. So third down now. Crossbuck handoff and a lot of room right up the middle of the field. Jeffy dragging tacklers, and he'll take it across the 50 down to the 49-yard line, and that'll be good enough for a first down. So some hard running right up the middle of the field. Got some blocks here on the near side. And Schrum makes the tackle, but not before Jeffy picks up a first down and gets it inside Mangum territory with 2:50 left in quarter number one. First and 10 now for Hollis. Mangum has scored twice on 2-play drives each time. Hollis had the ball deep inside Mangum territory, faced a 4th and short, had an illegal procedure penalty, and then couldn't convert on 4th and 6. Quick handoff to Gray, and Zane running hard down to about the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. That'll set up a 2nd down and 6, making the stop Dalen Stacy for Mangum. So with 2:15 left here in the first, Hollis trying to put together a drive that would cut into that Mangum lead of 14-zip. As I mentioned, Mangum 1-2 on the year coming in. Hollis 0-3, but again, this is district play, and it's when the records start counting. Zane Gray again on the handoff, and he'll just simply lower the shoulders and burrow his way down to about the 41-yard line. Host of Mangum tacklers in on the stop. Leading the way, J.T. Schrum also going for a ride. Corbin McGill brings up a 3rd down and about 1. Minute 35 left in this first quarter of play, and Hollis taking as much time off the clock as they can. They know what a high-powered offense this group from Mangum is. Play coming in from the sidelines. And comes in the person of Noah Campbell. Take the handoff to Campbell, and Jeffy here on the near side. That'll be good enough for a first down as he'll make the 38-yard line. And Bernard Bailey in on the stop for Mangum. Also Fisher Webb, but again, Hollis going to move the sticks. Have it right in front of us at about the 38-yard line. Will be 1st and 10, minute 14 and running in his first period of play. Again, the play coming in from the sidelines. James McConaughey will bring it in. Patrick Braun again taking as much time off the clock each and every play for Hollis. And the field continuing to get chewed up, putting it to be hard as the night progresses. Jeffy running straight ahead, and you saw it right there. He just kind of fell over his own feet, had a big hole on that left side, and maybe getting a fingernail in there to help spill him was J.T. Schrum, but Jeffy thought he was off to the races and kind of stumbled right there at the 35. Gain of 4 on the play, though. 2nd down and 6. Down to 30 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. Well, Travis Reese telling us the screen in front of the picture is distorting it, and unfortunately we're unable to do a whole lot about that. You might want to zoom out just a little bit. Dixon wants to throw the football and comes here on the near side, but it's high and out of the reach of Noah Campbell. Good coverage downfield that time by Brett Perry. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7. 13.5 left here in this first period of play. Appreciate Coach Reese letting us know that. And again, Class A facilities generally aren't real conducive to radio broadcasting, let alone internet broadcasting with cameras. So 3rd down and 7. Dixon spins, hands it off to Jeffy, and he'll get hit immediately. Great shirt tail tackle at the 34-yard line. I'll tell you what, that's the big old paw up there of J.J. Skinner holding on. Also helping out on the stop for the Tigers of Mangum. Leighton Ketchum on what was the final play of period number 1. So we've played 12 minutes. Mangum on top. It is 14-0. They lead Hollis. It'll be 4th and 6 for Hollis when you and I come back for quarter number 2. Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
All right, here we go. Quarter number 2 set to get underway. Mangum on top 14-0. And for the second time tonight, Hollis will have a 4th down and 6 situation inside Mangum territory. Ball setting at the 34-yard line. The last time Hollis did not convert. And Mangum was able to go 2 plays and score. So see if Mangum can hold here. As again, Hollis facing a 4th down and 6 situation. Trying to throw the ball a couple of times. One time, Javon Dixon pulled it down, ran. The other time, he goes way too tall on a pass that was intended for Noah Campbell. So let's see what they do here now as they switch into the field. And again, boy, that end down there on the left end of your viewing device is really chewed up big time. And we have seen some footing problems down there and seen some difficulties holding on to the football as well. So let's see what Coach Braun does here. He may want to try to go up top again. And if not, get a completed pass, just pin Mangum deep in their own territory. 4th down and 6. Dixon going to run the run pass option. Comes here on the near side, cuts it back inside. And again, he is victimized by the field, tackled by the 3-yard line. Everybody in a white shirt nearby. Javon Dixon is good as athletic, can't do anything about the field. And he'll fall at the 30. That's about a yard and a half short of the first down. So Mangum will get it. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. First drive of the second half. Now with the wind at the back of Colton Laughlin, let's see if William Dickey doesn't try to air things out just a little bit here. And you've got Lopez split on the near side. Up top you'll find the speedy grandson, Mr. Dickey. I'm going to run the football. Set it up, couldn't get anything to go. Tackled well behind the line of scrimmage that time will be Sean-Claude Booth, and that does not happen very often. And going to get a timeout here. Mangum just didn't look like they were set on that play, and certainly they weren't as they lost 5. It'll be 2nd down and 15. 11:42 left in the half. Mangum on top, 14-0.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills. And with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and for over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills. And with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
2nd down and 15 to go back to the run. Sean-Claude Booth turning the corner. He'll get 3 of those 5 lost yards back, and that'll set up a 3rd down and about 12 for Mangum. 11:35 left in the first half of play. As run out of bounds that time was Booth. So 3rd down here. Well, they only gave him a yard on the play, so 3rd and 14. Wow. Line to make is the 40. Ball setting at the 26. Laughlin wants to throw now, flush from the pocket. Going to roll here on the near side. Looks for a block. He'll get it. Now throws across his body. Middle of the field. Pass is caught! Oh, what a great catch in traffic there. Going up and making the play at about his own 33-yard line was Jalen Warner. Well, I tell you what, great catch by Warner. Just a long throw by Laughlin saying, okay, see if my guy can go up and make the play. Pass was there, and he actually fell forward to the 47, so that'll make it a very manageable 3rd down, 3rd and about 5.5 now for Hollis with 9:40 left in this first half of play. We could say Tigers are on top because we got Tigers both ways, but you get the idea. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 5.5. And again, that I formation that they have run all night long. Leaning forward, Jeffy gets that head start across the 50, spins and going to be near the first down. Sean-Claude Booth is there on the stop. I think they said he picked up the first down, and indeed he does. So they will move the sticks. Those of you watching on Facebook Live and on sports.tv, I want you to watch Jeffy, the tailback. He is leaning forward and almost in motion as the ball is being snapped. I think if we were doing track and field, he would be called for a full start. 9 minutes left here in this first half of play. Mangum leading 21-0. Third time tonight that Hollis has had the football inside Mangum territory. You have to be able to crack the scoreboard. High formation. This time Dixon going to keep it himself, weave his way through traffic inside the 45, falls forward to the 42. Give him 3 on the play. Actually 4 as he gets down all the way down to inside the 42-yard line, making the stop for Mangum. JT Schrum. Second down in about 6.5. Short 7, long 6. 8:20 and running the first half of play. District opener for both ball clubs. Hobart beginning district play last night, handling Hinton at home as a part of homecoming. Jeffy here on the left side gets a block, breaks into the secondary. He's inside the 30 and dragged down from behind at about the 26-yard line. Brett Perry saving a touchdown right there. I'll tell you what, Jeffy awfully quick off the ball. He gets that extra step, and if you don't have a linebacker to fill, look out. Dylan Perkins on that left side for Hollis, opening up a nice hole. And with 7:55 left in the first half of play, again, Hollis taking it deep inside Mangum territory. Ball at the 27. Scrappy Salinas also on that left side for Hollis. Inside handoff now to Gray. Zane, they're trying to rip the football away from him. And because of that, he'll break tackles inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. So Gray will pick up 3.5, 4. And it'll bring up a second down situation. 2nd and 6. Line to make for a first down to 16. 7:20 left here in this first half of play. There's that camera picture that doesn't have the screen in front of it. Everybody says, how come you can't take the other screens out? Because we don't live here, for one thing. The other one was boogered up and we could. Jeffy with the deep handoff, and a good job that time of filling the hole and not letting him get his legs underneath him was JT Schrum. Well, Schrum gets on for a ride and drags him down. See where they mark it. Now give him a yard on the play. So brings up a 3rd down and 5. Ball's heading just outside the 20. The line to make just outside the 15. 6:45 left here in this first half of play. Mangum trying to bow their neck one more time as Hollis has it inside the red zone. Hollis got it self-destructing last time. They had 4th and short and committed a penalty. Committed a penalty right here. Yep. Let's see what they got here. I had some movement on that right side. And looking at Zane Gray, the fullback. The official's going to have a conversation, but again, we've got. Well, he's going to wave off the penalty flag now, I think. Yep. So, wow. Boy, if you're Hollis, that just absolutely irks you because you had your play called. You're ready to pick up the first down. So 3rd down and about 5 now. Obviously 2-down territory for Hollis. They run that I formation all night long. Gray, the fullback, and Jeffy, the tailback. They'll hand it off to him on the right side. He breaks a couple of tackles and is near the first down as he got knocked off his feet at about the 16-yard line. He'll be just shy. It'll bring up a 4th and a yard. And again, great job there on the right side of the line by Hollis. Pretty good job of filling that time, though, from the linebacker position by Leighton Ketchum. See if Hollis takes a timeout here. Last time they were here, they committed a turnover. Didn't commit an actual turnover, but committed a penalty, which led to a turnover and downs. 6:06 left here in this first half of play. They're asking for a measurement. All right, now we've got it. So they're asking for a measurement. 6:06 left in the first half. It's Mangum on top, 21-0. 4th and short or a first down for Hollis when you and I come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Well, the officials were correct. Hollis was short by about a half a yard, so it's 4th and a half yard. 6:06, and the clock is now reset. First half of play. Mangum on top 21-0. And with an athlete like Dixon, I'm thinking if I'm Coach Braun, I'm just going to go quarterback sneak right now. Dixon going to send a man in motion. He'll take it right side, picks up the first down, but you know what? A penalty flag flies, and I think they're going to get Jeffy for being in motion. Let's see what the call is. It was the side judge across the way, and it's illegal procedure. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Jeffy turned up too soon. You can be in motion when the ball is snapped, but you got to be running parallel to the line of scrimmage. And Jeffy, I think, it turned up too soon. So again, 4th and short becomes 4th and about 5. Last time, Hollis did not convert. Mangum, 2 plays later, had scored their second touchdown of the night. We'll see what happens here. They'll wind the clock. 5:48 left in the first half of play. Last time, they tried to roll Dixon out, give him the run-pass option. Mangum covered it nicely. And Javon got sacked. And as we mentioned, 2 plays later, Mangum had scored their second touchdown of the night. So here we go. 4th and about 5.5. Dixon from the I formation. Spins, hands it off to Jeffy, and a shoestring tackle made as he went across the line of scrimmage by J.J. Skinner. That'll be short of a first down, and Mangum will get it back on downs. So for the second time in as many tries, Hollis facing 4th and short deep inside Mangum territory, shoot themselves in the foot, and they turn it over on downs. So Mangum will get it back with 5:45 left in the half. On top 21-0. And see if William Dickey goes up top right away here. Got a club on the ropes. He may throw the home run bomb right now. Booth and Perry both in the backfield. Lopez up top, Dickey here in the slot. They're going to run the reverse now to Booth. Sean Claude out in the open field. He's got the 30, 35, 40, 45, still on his feet at the 50, 40, cuts him back inside of the 35, looks for a block at the 30, and is finally knocked down at about the 29-yard line. Sean Claude Booth, rumbling, bumbling, and knocking people over like bowling pins. Oh, what a run by Booth. Faked the handoff one way to Perry. Came back to Booth the opposite way, and Sean Claude off to the races. 1st and 10 for the 29-yard line of Hollis. So they go for the home run ball, but they did it on the ground. Same play all the way. Perry, 25, gets a block at the 20. Still on his feet at the 15. He's at the 10. Stiff arm at the 5. Brett Perry into the end zone from 29 yards away. And he scored for the 3rd time tonight. Mangum now on top by a score of 27-0. Oh, Brett Perry. And another 2-play drive for the Tigers. They have got 4 touchdowns on the night, and 3 of those 4 touchdown drives have lasted 2 plays. Henry Lopez in to try the extra point. Again, his holder is Fisher Webb. Snap is true, hold is good, kick is on its way, and it is up, and it is good. So with 5:13 left in the first half of play, Mangum has extended their lead. 28 on the board for Mangum Tigers. Nothing for the Hollis Tigers on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Well, Deanne telling me that she hopes that you've had your Dramamine if you're watching on oksports.tv or on our Facebook Live page, because she's kind of like Chris Berman. Whoop, whoop, ball going here, ball going there. Mangum on top, 28-0. Lopez, line drive kick, and going to be muffed at about the 20-yard line, picked up by the upback. Coming near side, that's Campbell across the 30 to the 31. He'll get blasted right there, making the hit out in the open field for Mangum. Will be Cade Hernandez. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Hollis. They go to work at the 31-yard line, trailing by a score of 28-0. Mangum getting it done on the ground. They've got one big pass play. Colton Laughlin threw one about as far as he could. And a great catch in the open field made by his wide receiver buddy Jalen Warner. It's only pass and catch of the night, but it was for 55 yards. Run right up the middle here by Jeffy across the 35 out to the 36-37-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. And again, impressive. And you look at this Hollis team, and, they have made some gashes and they have picked up some chunk yardage running the football, but then they'll find a way to bog themselves down. They've put the ball on the turf a couple of times. In fact, I think they got 3 fumbles, lost 2 of them. They've had some untimely penalties on 4th and short situations. A trail here, 28-0. Again, Jeffy right side runs into his own man, loses the football, and it's going to be recovered by Mangum's Leighton Ketchum. Well, a good job on that left side of the defensive line, stacking up the blockers, and Jeffy, who runs hard, ran right into the back of his own man. Ball popped free, and Leighton Ketchum, Johnny on the spot, comes up with the recovery at the 36-yard line of Hollis. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mangum. 4:23 left in the first half of play, so plenty of time to get another score on the board. Shotgun formation. Again, they'll hand it off to Booth. Sean Claude picks his way along the line of scrimmage, gets stood up at the 35, and he will stop right there. Gain of 1 for Booth, but that looked like it was going to be a negative play. Sean Claude able to patter, and then bang into somebody and pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. We got Fisher Webb in the backfield now. Webb with Booth. Lopez here on the near side. They'll hand it off to Fisher, and he'll lose the football, and Hollis will recover it. So Fisher Webb, when he got the handoff from Colton Laughlin, took a smack as he was hit by Moses Reyes, and ball came free in recovery there by Jeffy. So Hollis will get it back now with 3:49 left of the first half of play. Hollis with all 3 of their timeouts remaining, so plenty of time in his first half for them to notch a score. I think we've seen 2 pass attempts by Mangum and 1 by Hollis, and everything else has been on the ground. And, well, you can tell it by the field. Chewed up before we started, and now it's even worse. Javion going to keep the football. Boy, he and Zane Gray were tangled up together, and Dixon came out of the pile, picked up 4. It brings up a 2nd down and 6. Well, if you're a defensive guy there, you're not sure which of the 2 has the ball, so you better tackle both of them. The spacing is so close there. That fullback, Zane Gray, right on the backside of Javion Dixon, and he turned and put it in his belly. I mean, you just cannot tell who has the football. 2nd down and 6. Jeffy right side, and he'll get spun down after picking up a couple of yards. Flattening down the line of scrimmage to make the play, J.J. Skinner. Boy, Skinner's impressed me all season long with his ability to do that. Flatten down and come on the backside and make plays from behind. Skinner will make the play. Gain of about 1.5 yards. And it brings up a 3rd down. We'll call it almost 5. As the ball sits at the 43-yard line. A line to make just inside the 48. 2:40, the clock running in the first half of play. Coach Braun maybe just wanting to try to run this one off and not give Mangum another chance to score. They Go to Jeffy right up the middle. He'll get stuck, push the pile forward. Gets to the 45. That'll be short of a first down by a yard. J.J. Skinner, J.T. Schrum in there again. Dalen Stacy as well. Fourth down and about a yard and a half. And let's see what Coach Braun does here deep in his own territory, down by 28. Ball setting at the Hollis 45. The line to make is midway between the 46 and 47-yard line. 2 minutes show on the clock here in the first half of play. Let's see if Hollis just tries to draw Mangum off sides. A couple of times, Hollis has hurt themselves in fourth and short. Now going to give it to Jeffy. He'll pick up the first down as he spins out to the 47-yard line. J.T. Schrum with the initial hit and able to spin the tailback down, but spun him around and he picks up the first down. So they will move the sticks with a minute 45 left in the first half of play. 3 timeouts left on the board for Hollis, but no sense of urgency as they have the ball on their own 47. Well, it seems like there's some confusion in that huddle. Dixon going through and addressing almost everybody individually. And they will call a timeout here. The play clock had made its way down to 2 seconds. So we'll take one as well. Minute 23 left of the half. Mangum leading 28-0. Hollis with the ball. Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
All right, welcome back as we've got a first down and 10. First and 10 now for Hollis. After that timeout, there's first of the night. 2 remaining in the first half for both ball clubs. 1:23 remaining as we give you a game reset. And Mangum on top, 28-0. Dixon underneath center. Run pass option near side, cuts it back inside, makes a nice move, has the 50, 45, still on his feet at the 40, and finally Brett Perry will make the play at about the 38-yard line. Mangum trying to tackle the football, and Dixon doing a good job of holding on to it and picking up about 17 on the play. So with a minute 15 left in the first half, they will stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains. Now they'll wind it. 70 seconds left in this first half of play. The Hollis players had to go get some stuff that had fallen out of his helmet. Jesse Espinosa. Down a minute left in the first half of play. Dixon with a little bit of a limp as he gets underneath center. Javion's going to spin, hand it off to Jeffy. He's hit by a host of tacklers. I'll tell you what, kid runs hard. Not that big, but really strong from the waist down. And he had 3 Mangum tacklers all over him. Dalen Stacy, along with J.T. Schrum, and also in on the stop, J.J. Skinner. A gain of about 3.5. It'll bring up a second down and 7. 30 seconds and running the first half of play. And again, Hollis in no hurry to try to move this one down the field. Dixon going to roll out right side, wants to throw, does. Pass is intercepted. Trayvon Dickey. What a great job by Dickey to adjust to the ball. Got caught up in the wind, swirling around, and Trey played it kind of like a center fielder would. Fell down on his backside, made the catch, and the interception will stop the drive. 15.2 left in the first half of play. That'll be fun to see what William Dickey decides to do after the interception by his grandson. He tried to go up top a couple of times. I mean, you had 2 timeouts remaining, 15.2 left in the first half of play. You lead 28-0. Why not? From the shotgun, Laughlin. Colton wants to roll. Near side, looking. Boy, he had Lopez wide open. Now going to set, fire, pass, middle of the field, and coming back and making the catch. No, incomplete at the 50-yard line. Good job of adjusting to the football there by Jalen Warner, but Warner unable to come up with a loose football. That play took a lot of time off the clock. Just 3.7 left in this first half of play, and I'm not so sure if I'm not the brain trust over there for Mangum. I just don't take a knee here and let the half come to an end. 3.7 left of the first half of play. Mangum on top, 28-0. From the shotgun, Laughlin will go to work. Colton wants to throw. This will be the final play of the first half. Laughlin going to air it out here on the near side, and Lopez can't get there. As that ball about 45, 50 yards in the air, but it falls incomplete, and the first half will come to a close. Mangum, impressive in that first half of play. They've got 28, Hollis nothing. At the intermission, brought to you by Bratton Drug. You and I will return to Will Husband Stadium. At the half, it's Mangum 28, Hollis nothing. And you're listening to Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
There's only one place for the best selection of items for Mangum's homecoming. It's Flowers Unlimited at 113 South Oklahoma. Your choices include 7 different mums starting at $18.95, 4 different garters starting at $12.95, several kinds of noisemakers including the popular cowbell, lighted pom-poms, lighted jewelry, and candy snack packs. It's Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Well, it was all set to let some commercial matter run there and let you stretch your legs, get ready for our halftime. He brought to you by Bratton Drug, but as Mangum was headed towards the north end zone, as they will not go into a locker room, one of the coaches and one of the officials kind of went toe-to-toe right there, and the official had to be restrained by one of his compatriots. And that official, more than once, looking back towards the coaching staff, and I think the coach is having a look back as well. It'll be interesting to see how that one unfolds in the second half of play. Mangum out in front, 28-0. We're at the intermission, brought to you by Bratton Drug, and we're Classic Hits 97.7.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. Proud to be a Bearcat booster. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick. Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
When you need farm and ranch or mobile home or auto insurance or even life insurance, then your best choice just might be Steve Martin, Oklahoma Farm Bureau agent in Greer County. Steve, along with Rosanna Schuster, CSR, are ready to help you, including top-notch service. Greer County Farm Bureau office is located on North Oklahoma Street in Mangum. Give them a call at 782-3827. That's 782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to Hollis, Will Husband Stadium at the half. Mangum out in front of the Hollis Tigers, 28-0. And for those of you who are watching on OKSports.tv or on Facebook Live on Classic Hits 97.7. Young men you see out there on the football field right now are the part of the group that won the Class A state championship back in 2014 as Ringling and Hollis squared off over at Cache High School, played on a Tuesday night. It was a wild weather week, lots of ice and wind and snow, and it was time that Led Zeppelin was happy. But anyhow, they ended up playing the game on a Tuesday night over at Cache, and Chad Fox on a whim said to me on Monday, he said, Barnes, he said, let's go do that ball game. And so indeed we did. It was a great contest. Hollis ended up winning it, the state championship, going undefeated that year, finishing 14-0, and they are being honored here tonight at halftime of this ball game between Mangum and Hollis. Mangum on top, 28-0. Our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and we'll return to Will Husband Stadium after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Back at a cool and breezy Will Husband Stadium in that 2013, I might have said 2014, but 2013 state championship football team from Hollis being honored here. They won that night against Ringling 29-12, and Ringling had been the defending state champions and were favored to win that ball game, but Hollis winning it 29-12. Band getting ready to perform here in a moment, and not often that we get to see and hear bands, but may take in a little of the sights and sounds of that as well. As our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and again Mangum getting it done on the ground for the majority of the night. They had four drives. On three of those drives, they lasted two plays. Big runs from Brett Perry and also from Sean-Claude Booth. And Mangum, known for their scoring prowess, but most of the time it's through the air. They do have one big long pass and catch from Colton Laughlin to Jalen Warner that covered about 55 yards. But outside of that, everything has been on the ground here tonight for Mangum. And again, the Tigers are on top, 28-0. This is a district ball game, as we've got district games for the rest of the year. Mangum next week on the road, traveling to Frederick to take on the Bombers. Tonight, Frederick in action as they play against Sayre. But again, we'll be on the road to, next Friday night down to Frederick. And then 5 games will remain on the schedule. 4 of those will be played at Mangum. You got to love that. Make one road trip late in the season to Sayre. So kind of a tough schedule at the beginning, but getting a chance to play at home, and that's always fun, especially late in the season. 28-0, Mangum on top at the half. Our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and we're back to Will Husband Stadium after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services, From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Quartzview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall. Stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Quartzview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Quartzview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Classic Hits 97.7 at the intermission. Mangum on top, 28-0, and we've been watching the band perform here and enjoying the sounds as well as those of you watching on oksports.tv and also on Facebook Live. Classic Hits 97.7 have been doing, and one of the thing that has always amazed me about folks who perform in the band is their ability to walk sideways and play an instrument. I mean, I can't do either, but to do both at the same time, wow, that's simply off the charts. It is 60 degrees here in Hollis, down to about 57 overnight. It appears that the rain, at least for southwest Oklahoma, is over with. About 1.5 inches in the Mesonet site in Hollis, 1.75 inches at the Mesonet site in Mangum, and about just under 2 inches in Altus. So the rainfall that we experience in southwest Oklahoma, not nearly as heavy as what they have experienced in other parts of the state, and an appropriate rainfall for us. So we're pleased by that. A little drying out going to go on this weekend, and daytime highs in the 70s and nighttime lows in the 50s. I think we can all kind of live with that as we head to the final week in September. Certainly, it is a big week of softball coming up next week for the Mangum Lady Tigers, as they will close out the regular season on Monday night. They will entertain Canute. Senior night will take place after the games are done, started at about 5 o'clock. Also, the regional bracket will be finalized on Monday. Richard Carney, though, saying that it looks like the Lady Tigers will play at noon on Thursday against Chelsea. And then Crescent and Walters will turn around and play at 2 o'clock. He thinks that's probably how it's going to turn out. And again, Richard has explained to us, and it's a little bit different, how they are doing softball now that they have districts, and Mangum wins the district. And kind of like when you look at football and the top team in one district will play the number 4 team out of another district, that'll be the case. Chelsea was number 4 in their district, Crescent and Walters 2 and 3. So that's how we get to the way we break down the softball districts. And again, the winner of the district will go to the state tournament, which is set for that first week there in October. And they'll play the state tournament this year, and I believe next as well. Certainly this year they will play that not at Hall of Fame Stadium, but instead at the Fire Lake Complex there in Shawnee. And they're doing that because there are numerous repairs and upgrades going on at Hall of Fame Stadium in Oklahoma City. That being done because ASA said if you want to continue to host the World Series and also tournaments, other world tournaments, then you're going to have to do some upgrades. So those are occurring, and therefore the fields will be unavailable. So Shawnee will be the location, and that's a great complex. Of course, Mangum had hoped to play there last weekend and get themselves familiar with the complex, although they have played there several times. It's always nice to have that recent muscle memory, and they had hoped to play there last weekend, but As we talked to Richard, he said, it just rained the whole way up there. It was raining while we were there, and there was no point in trying to play. So that Dale Festival got washed out last week up there in Shawnee. At the half, Mangum comfortably out in front of Hollis. Week number 1 of A2 District Football, 28-0. Mangum on top. We're at the half. Classic Hits 97.7.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a 4-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Welcome back to Will Husband Stadium at the half. Mangum on top, 28-0 over Hollis in the district opener for both ball clubs. And a couple of takeaways from watching the band from Hollis perform here. Number 1, they're pretty good. And then number 2, we always like it when we are with the small schools because guys do double, triple, and quadruple duty sometime. A.J. Goodwin, who is one of the linemen for this Hollis team, also out there playing the percussion and getting it done as well. So at the half, 28-0, Mangum on top, and they are on the north end of the football field here, down in front of the scoreboard, and kind of lounging and relaxing. And then every once in a while, we'll see a group of kids get up and run sprints. This is the kind of night that you probably should do that, even if you are 16, 17, 18 years old. You could possibly get stoved up. So you want to make sure that you stay loose. And that last group that went running down the field included Colton Laughlin leading some of the big linemen up and down the field. College football coming up tomorrow along our network on 1420 KTJS as Oklahoma State will entertain the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. That ball game kicks off at 6. Our coverage getting underway at 4 o'clock on 1420 KTJS. Oklahoma Sooners will play tomorrow down in Norman. They will entertain Army. That ball game kicking off at 6 as well, although it will not be viewed on television unless you pay for it. It's a pay-per-view type ball game, Army and Oklahoma tomorrow from Norman. Speaking of television, the Sooner And Longhorn Showdown is set for an 11 o'clock kickoff this year. And, well, you've heard Lincoln Riley just go on and on and on and on about how frustrated he is about the early start times for the Sooners. They played at 11 last week against Iowa State, and as we mentioned, that matchup with Texas will be at 11 o'clock down in the Cotton Bowl. Last year, the first in numerous years that they actually played in the 2:30 slot. But, you know, he says it hurts recruiting. I'm not so sure that I buy that. I mean, if you're the Oklahoma Sooners, I don't think you're worried about your kickoff time as to when you're going to be playing football and whether somebody wants to come and play for your university. 28-0, Mangum on top of Hollis. First half score, our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and you and I come back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
There's only one place for the best selection of items for Mangum's homecoming. It's Flowers Unlimited at 113 South Oklahoma. Your choices include 7 different mums starting at $18.95, 4 different garters starting at $12.95, several kinds of noisemakers including the popular cowbell, lighted pom-poms, lighted jewelry, and candy snack packs. It's Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. Proud to be a Bearcat booster. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
When you need farm and ranch or mobile home or auto insurance or even life insurance, then your best choice just might be Steve Martin, Oklahoma Farm Bureau agent in Greer County. Steve, along with Rosanna Schuster, CSR, are ready to help you, including top-notch service. Greer County Farm Bureau office is located on North Oklahoma Street in Mangum. Give them a call at 782-3827. That's 782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Second half about to get underway on Classic Hits 97.7. Our first half brought to us by our halftime rather, brought to us by Bratton Drug. Hollis will get the ball to begin the third period. Third quarter brought to you by 333 Dental. Appreciate them being a part of our broadcast here on Classic Hits 97.7. Appreciate you being alongside as well. And again, hello to our good buddy Justin O'Neill, getting ready for his first big foray into handling the youngsters at a music event. Yeah. Oh, we checked radar a moment ago, and there's nothing out there. So it would appear the rain is done for our area. Still some shower and thunderstorm activity. Basically on the line, it's east of Interstate 35, moving off to the north as well. So if you are headed to Oklahoma City, for instance, tomorrow, check ahead and make sure everything is A-OK. Should be. Kind of late in the day. We talked about the fact we were over at Lawton today and got in 5 holes of golf at the golf course at Fort Sill, and then the rain set in. Boy, I want to tell you what, it did set in. And by the time we had made a couple of stops and had some lunch, there was a little bit of minor flooding going on already. So notice there was a couple of places to the north and east of Ada, for example, that had received over a foot of rain by the middle part of this afternoon. So Ardmore, I think, ended up with but when I checked it about 4 o'clock, they had 3.5 inches at that point. So your mother should be okay. She shouldn't have floated away. Now the front lawn may have wound up in the front street, in the street out front like it normally does, but she's okay. Henry Lopez set to kick it away here to begin this third period of play. Mangum with the wind at their back. One hopper going to be picked up at about the 15, 25, 30. And out to the 30-yard line and no more. And is the up back. And boy, he got blasted there. I think it was James McConaughey. And boy, he got hammered, slow to get up. Big hit there by a couple of Mangum Tigers. And leading the way from Mangum, Jaden Rogers. Jaden's grandparents, good friends of ours. In fact, his grandmother, Jill Martin, works with us over there at the Department of Human Services. Grandpa JJ, a golfer and a talker. And I don't know which he does better. Yes, I do. He talks. My goodness, he talks. 1st and 10 now, and they've got a new quarterback in for Hollis. We talked about Javion Dixon limping at the end of that first half of play, and he is on the sidelines. Noah Campbell is the new quarterback. Campbell will hand it off to his tailback. Jeffy will pick up about 3. 2nd down and 7. So Noah Campbell, and again, an excellent athlete. We've seen him play more basketball than football, but Campbell pressed into duty now. So 2nd down and 7, just underway here in this third quarter of play. Campbell, long time underneath center. He'll hand it off, and again, went nowhere to go. Jeffy that time. Bernard Bailey sticking his head in there. Dalen Stacy, along with J.T. Schraub, and maybe lost a half yard on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long situation. Minute gone by here in this third period of play. Brought to you by 333 Dental in Mangum. So a different football team now with Noah Campbell underneath center. And again, Jeff Braun taking as much time off the play clock as he can, as it has wound its way to 10 as they break the huddle. They may be hard-pressed to get this one underway. We're at 5. Campbell And he will not get it off in time. Do they take a timeout? Yeah, Coach Braun does. And he is furious with his club. Timeout going to be taken here by Hollis. 10:32 left in the third. Mangum 28-0. Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
All right, head coach Jeff Braun having to call that, Patrick Braun rather, having to call that timeout there and not happy about it. As the play clock had wound down to 1, 10:32 left in his third quarter of play, and Mangum leading 28-0. They're down at 6 situation for Noah Campbell, and I'll tell you what, Mangum might want to feast on this one. So out of the timeout, let's see what Coach Braun has come up with. His club trails 28-0. Third down and about 5. And they'll go to a quick handoff. And Jeffy across the 35 out to about the 36. They'll give him the 38. But that is still shy of a first down. That'll bring up a fourth down and about 3. And again, in on the stop for Mangum. A host of tacklers. Bernard Bailey in there. JT Schrum again. Boy, he's been in a bunch of them here tonight. J.J. Skinner there as well. So fourth down and a long 2. And it looks like Hollis will go for it. Deep in their own territory. Ball setting at the 38-yard line. The line to make just across the 40. And again, Noah Campbell, the backup quarterback in there. He'll turn, hand it off to Jeffy. Jeffy stumbles, picks up the first down, and loses the football. It got ripped free at the 45, but falling on it back at the 44-yard line will be Jesse Espinosa. So Mangum is trying to tackle the football a lot tonight with Jeffy running it. And they did a good job of tackling it there, but Hollis fortunate to get back on it. That is their 4th fumble of the night. They have lost 2 of them. One of them resulted in points. So Hollis will keep the drive alive with a 4th down and 2.5 situation. And move the sticks. Ball at the 43.5-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Campbell running the same I formation Javon Dixon did. He'll hand it off to Jeffy right up the middle, diving across the line of scrimmage. Bernard Bailey to grab the leg of Jeffy. Got it. Part of the tackle there. And the assist going to J.T. Schrum. But a gain of 4 on the play brings up a 2nd down and 6. 3 minutes have evaporated here in the third quarter. Brought to you by 333 Dental. Mangum on top, 28-0. First offensive possession of the second half for either club, and Hollis is in the middle of a nice drive. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. 2nd down carry, and it's Gray. No late pitch here to Jeffy on the near side, and a better job of reading the play by Mangum than by my old eyes. Brett Perry getting help out on the corner from Trey Dickies. He turned that play back inside. Dalen Stacy there as well. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Well, they give him a yard. So 3rd down and 5. 8:20 and running here in this third period of play. Again, it looked like they had handed the ball off to Zane Gray. And in fact, the big ugly's up in the middle. Tackled Gray. J.J. Skinner. Along with his companion, J.T. Schrum. The initials boys. He didn't have the football. Jeffy boy hit at the line of scrimmage. And Bernard Bailey will get credit for the tackle. He stood up Jeffy at the line of scrimmage and then got help from Dickey, also getting off the pile for Mangum. Looks like that's Corbin McGill. And Dalen Stacy in there as well. So 4th down and 4. And Patrick Braun has gone for it once already on 4th at about 2. And you'd assume that he would do the same thing here. Ball setting at the midfield stripe. 7:30 and running here in the quarter. See what we do here now. 4th down and about 4. Jeffy with a handoff. Met at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to pick up the first down. And a great job of reading that time by Bernard Bailey here on the edge. Bailey makes the hit at the line of scrimmage. Dalen Stacy finishes off the play. And with 7:14 left here in this third period of play, Mangum will get it on downs. They lead it 28-0. Chad Fox letting us know that Barnes Broadcasting Crew is a top-notch crew. Fox Radio, though, is the A-team, is what he says. He's also enjoying the nomadic people who are walking around at the ball game here tonight. Reverse here on the far side. Boy, great job of running hard, lowering his shoulders and squaring up there. Jalen Warner. Warner hit as he took the handoff deep in the backfield, broke a tackle, and ended up picking up nearly 6 on the play, all the way down to the 45-yard line, inside the 45. That'll bring up a 2nd down and short 5. Mangum working quickly now. 6:50 left in the third. Toss sweep. Perry. Brett tucks the ball, runs, and gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It looked originally like Brett may have wanted to stop and throw that football, but the rush was there. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Chad a little rougher on his better half than I am. A couple of weeks ago, he had her setting outside with an umbrella. 3rd down and 5. Movement. Now we'll get the flag. I wondered how long it would take before it would come out. Good job that time by Colton Laughlin. I think he drew the defense offside. Let's see if they agree. Yep, offsides, encroachment, the call against that right side of the Hollis defense. They'll mark it on 5, and that'll be good enough for a 1st down. So with 6:17 left in the third period of play, 28-0, Mangum moves to 6. Shelley was not too happy with, she didn't negotiate any contracts where she had to sit outside in a bird's nest. Booth inside the 40, 35, running over people all the way down to the 30-yard line. Sean Claude, another one of those runs right up the middle, picking up a 1st down. Earl Campbell, my favorite football player growing up, I idolized him, tried to run like him. It wasn't nearly as big, not nearly as fast either, but when Campbell would run over people, he would just simply put his head and shoulder pads in the middle of your chest and knock you over. Now Perry on the near side, getting a block. 30, 25, so on his feet, 20. Down the near sideline, Brett Perry finally steps out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Brett Perry, did I get my head in the way there? Yes, my hairstylist does a good job, doesn't she? So Brett Perry takes it inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Cramped quarters here and not always easy to see. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Laughlin and company trying to have that 28-0 lead. They'll go inside now to Jalen Warner. Warner going to crash into one of the defenders as he gets to the goal line, but Jalen in for the score. And with 5:42 left in the third period of play, it is now a 34-0 ball game. Mangum on top. Zane Jimenez was at the goal line trying to stop Jalen Warner, and on that time, Jalen had 15 yards of momentum going and easily gets into the end zone for the score. So Mangum now stretches out the lead with Henry Lopez trying the extra point. Snap is back, a little high, put down, and a low kick. Not going to be any good. That's a good job, though. I like the effort there by Fisher Webb to at least make the catch and try to put the ball down. So one of the few things that has not gone right tonight for Mangum. They lead it with 5:42 left in the third. 34 on the board for Mangum, nothing for Hollis, and it's Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
5:42 left here in the third period of play. Mangum on top, 34-0 after the 15-yard touchdown run by Jalen Warner. And Mangum, their 5th touchdown of the night, and all have come on the ground. We got 1 pass completion on the evening. You hear that score, 34-0. You think, well, they've been throwing the football all over the place, but only 3 pass attempts on the night. And only 1 for Hollis. So Henry Lopez set to kick the football away. And we look down there at Javion Dixon, and Javion nowhere to be found. Line drive kick, and it will go through the hands of the up-back, and now in all kinds of trouble. McConaughey, he comes to the 15 and hit at the 16. Really took a shot, flying downfield and making the hit there was Jaden Rogers. Boy, Rogers just unloaded. That's one where you're going, bzzz, boom. So 1st and 10 now for Noah Campbell and company. They'll have the ball at their own 17-yard line. In district play, in football, the maximum differential you can come up with is 15 points. And what that does is it keeps clubs from pouring it on against an opponent. So the max you can get is 15. The max you can go in the hole is 15. Dixon back in there. Toss sweep near side. Jeffy got the 20 and the 21, no more. And boy, what a tackle by Jean-Claude Booth. Well, it looked like Jeffy got shot by a sniper. He had room here on the near side, and then Booth out of nowhere just took the legs out. A gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. 5:15 left here in this third quarter of play. 34-0. Mangum on top. Frederick coming up next week. Last year, we went to the Bomber Bowl. And, wait, scintillating bowl game. Mangum ended up winning it late. You'll remember Tipton was playing that night at Tipton. They 45'd their opponent, and most of the Tigers came down to root on Mangum. Inside handoff, St. Gray. Gray will eke out a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. And Dalen Stacy in on the stop. J.T. Schrum and his other initial buddy, J.J. Skinner. So J.J. and J.T. getting it done. 3rd down, and we'll call it 4.5. Ball sitting between the 28 and 29, line to make the 33. Again, Patrick Braun has shown that he will go for it on 4th in his own territory. Javion Dixon now to the line of scrimmage. Turn, going to hand it off to Gray, and Gray runs into Dixon and then runs into Bernard Bailey and a bunch of other Mangum tacklers, and well short of a 1st down. And now a penalty flag will fly against Hollis, and maybe Zane Gray a little frustrated there. He got belted. At the end of that play, Bailey had a hold of him, stood him up. Brett Perry really took a shot at him. And we'll get an unsportsmanlike penalty call against Hollis. And again, you could tell by body language and reaction, it is going to go against Zane Gray. So 4th down, and it was 4th at about 4. Now the ball all the way back to the 11-yard line, and I don't think there is any way that Patrick Braun can do anything but kick the football here. 3:48 left in the 3rd, and as indeed what he will do is he'll send Scrappy Salinas out there to punt the football. And now another timeout going to be taken by Hollis. That's their 2nd of the 1st half. 3:48 remaining. 3rd period of play. Mangum leads at 34-0. Classic Hits 97.7.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall. Stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Courtsview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
3:48 left here in this 3rd period of play. Mangum on time, 34-0. 3rd quarter is always brought to you by Lively Dental. Thank you for being here. Great crowd. I didn't mention this, but look at that crowd across the way from Mangum. They traveled well tonight. Why not? Scrappy kicks this one high into the nighttime air. Brett Perry makes the catch at the 38-yard line, and he'll get dragged down back at about the 40. Good downfield tackle that time by Dason Vincent. But a short field again for Mangum. Just 40 yards away from pay dirt. 3:39 left here in this third period of play. Mangum leading it 34-0. I would think this would probably be the last drive of the night for the starters. This one goes into the fourth period. You can count on it. So it's 1st and 10 now. Mangum with the ball, 40-yard line. Laughlin from the shotgun formation. Going to turn, hand the ball off to his tailback. Breaking tackles here on the near side will be Fisher Webb. Webb down the near sideline at the 30, 25, and finally run out of bounds. Try to stay out of the camera there at the 23-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. This one will come back. Got a block in the back. So think about that. Fisher Webb, he was about 5 yards in front of the play where the penalty was thrown. Flag sitting at the 26-yard line. They'll mark it off 10 from there. And it'll be a first down for Mangum. First down and, we'll call it 7 as they'll move the ball back down to the 37-yard line. Line to make for a first down is the 30. Again from the shotgun, here comes Laughlin. He'll turn, hand the ball off to a new tailback, and not a lot of room up the middle of the field for Cade Hernandez. Hernandez, in fact, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. And it's 2nd down and 7 now. So already, we talked about maybe one more drive for the starters, but already William Dickey's starting to get some of the other youngsters in there. Give them an opportunity to carry and catch the football here late in the third period. We'll go to Bailey. Bernard cuts it back inside. Bailey inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Bernard Bailey. It's kind of a new twist now to the Mangum arsenal. We used to call it a crossbuck back in the day where running backs would literally cross in front of one another and the quarterback would hand it off to usually the second guy through. 3rd down and 4 here. Laughlin wants to throw, has got all kinds of time. Now a pump fake, flush from the pocket, throws off the back foot, and that pass is going to be incomplete, out of bounds across the way. Pass was intended for Fisher Webb, but again, well out of bounds, and it'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and about 4. A little surprised there that Mangum trying to go upstairs deep on that 3rd down and 4 plays. Must be confident they'll pick up the first down here. 2:22 left in the third. Leading 34-0. You can do things like that. By the way, split out here on the near side, Deion Dickey. In the slot, Webb. 2 receivers up top. Shotgun formation, 4th and 4. Laughlin gonna roll. Got time, looks for a block, throws the football. Catch is made by Enrique Lopez, and Henry will spin, pick up the first down. What a great catch by Lopez across the way. Henry made the catch at about the 27-yard line, stopped, spun on a dime, and picked up 3 more yards down to the 24. So Mangum will move the sticks with 2:10 left here in the third. Well, we've got skill players that have switched in and out. The big one's still in there for William Dickey and his company. Handed off here on the near side. Webb cuts it back to the 25 and gets tackled at about the 23. He'll gain 1. Coming from behind, James McConaughey to make the play. We'll set up a 2nd down and 9. 1:45 and running here in this third period of play. And if you're Mangum, that clock can just go ahead and run now. It's Dr. Seuss time. Go clock, go. 90 seconds left here in the third. Laughlin going to keep it himself, weaves his way through traffic, looks for a block, gets it, has the 20. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Colton dives to the corner of the end zone. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Mangum. Colton Laughlin from 23 yards away. And with 1:22 left here in the third period of play, Mangum has got 40. Nothing for Hollis. So Laughlin got a chip block, then broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage when he turned the corner. Just a matter of he'd have enough room to make the end zone, and did. So Laughlin with a touchdown. Everything on the ground tonight for Mangum. They've got 40. Henry tries to make it 41. Lopez's kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. So with 1:22 left here in this third period of play, Mangum leads it 41-0. Now we've got whistles. Yeah, some folks, a little jaw jacking maybe going on. Let's see what we've got. Whitehat going to come here to the near side and give us an idea. The back judge throwing a penalty flag, personal foul against Hollis. So do they go for two and try to make it a 42-0 ball game? No, they take that kick. Don't take those points off the board. Colton Laughlin. There's that Fisher Fisher Webb. It looked like he had the penalty flag in his hand. So a minute 22 left in the third. Mangum leads at 41-0. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Third quarter brought to you by Lively Dental, 333 Dental, run by the good folks, the Lively folks. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast here on Classic Hits 97.7. 122 left in the third. Mangum in command, 41-0. So the Tigers get a chance to kick the ball from the 45-yard line of Hollis after that unsportsmanlike personal foul called against Hollis on the extra point try. Mangum with 6 touchdowns on the night, everything on the ground. And completed 1 pass, I think it was like 55 yards. And that is it. Here's a kick by Lopez, and this one will go into the end zone. Automatic touchback. It'll be 1st and 10. Oh, might have to do it again. Penalty flag back at the 45-yard line, and offside's going to be called against Mangum. Wow. There may be some guys getting a chance to play that normally don't in a varsity situation, and you can get a little jacked up and a little juiced. I remember back to the days of being a sophomore in my high school and got a chance to be on the kickoff team and absolutely lost my mind. I had my eye on the ball carrier all the way, and the next thing I knew, I was looking out my ear holes. Somebody tattooed me big time. It was kind of in a game like this, and when you're playing against a team that is on the short end of that 41-0 score, they're looking to make some noise on somebody. And like I say, as a wet behind the ears sophomore, not paying attention on the kickoff team, somebody rocked my world, let me tell you. 42 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. So here we go. Lopez to kick it away again. And Henry again will bang it towards the end zone, and it will go through the end zone. And again, it'll be 1st and 10 for Hollis. They'll have it on the 20-yard line, trailing 41-0 with a minute 22 left here in this third period of play. So a great start for the Tigers. As Mangum will go to 2-2 on the year, but more importantly, they improved to 1-0 inside district play. And again, coaches will tell you there are 3 seasons to every season. You got that preseason stuff that goes on, and you got this district season, and then hopefully that leads to the postseason. And good start here tonight for Mangum. So 1st and 10 now. Javion Dixon back underneath center now for Hollis. He missed a series with a bum leg. Jeffy trying to turn the corner, and again, a great job of tackling out in space. This time making the play down low, Dalen Stacy. Brett Perry was there as well, but Stacy wrapping up the ankles. Makes the tackle with a minute 5 left here in the third. We have seen Jeffy, the tailback, run hard tonight and pick up big chunks of yardage at times, but because Mangum trying to take him on high, and he's just too strong upstairs. Done a better job in this second half of going down low and getting those ankles clicked together. And I said I hated playing against guys who was matched up with a cornerback or safety that wrestled, because they could always tackle you. Always went down low and took your feet away from you. Again, inside for Jeffy. This time, Leighton Ketchum in on the stop for Mangum. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6. 25 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. They just now start the play clock, so let's see if Hollis gets one off before the period comes to an end. 3:33. Dental has brought you the third period of play, and they are not going to run another play. Quarter number 4 in the books. Mangum on top, 41-0. We head to the fourth and final frame after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
And off to the fourth quarter we go. Mangum on top by a score of 41-0. Our fourth period brought to you by Great Plains Bank. We appreciate Great Plains Bank, our fourth quarter sponsor all season long. Classic Hits 97.7. So Mangum, barring something really odd and off the beaten path, will not only get their district win but also get their 15 points, their maximum 15 points, heading into week number 2 of district play when we go down to Frederick and the Bomber Bowl. And on this cool final night of summer, I think back to about 2.5 weeks ago, Katie Carney and I were there watching the Mangum Lady Tigers play softball. It may have been that doubleheader against Sayre. But she was telling me, she said, Barnes, you know what? There are those that say the final week in September will be cool. And there may be some snowfall. Now, I don't think there's going to be any snowfall before we bid adieu to October, a week from Sunday, or September rather, a week from Sunday. But we're talking 40s in parts of Oklahoma early part of next week. Third down and 7 here. An illegal procedure going to make it 3rd and 12. So Hollis not on the same page on 3rd down that they've not been on 4th down. A couple of times they've shot themselves in the foot, 4th and short situations. Set to pick it up and only to be in an illegal procedure situation, make it 4th and 6, and neither time did they pick it up. Now they had 3rd and 7, which is somewhat more manageable than 3rd and 12. 2 seconds ticking off the clock here in period number 4. Javion Dixon again underneath center, but again hobbled. Wants to throw the football. He does, and this one is incomplete. Inside position there by Fisher Webb. Good job by Webb. He ran stride for stride with McConaughey down the field. He was up top, and then underneath was Brett Perry. So good bracket coverage there. And again, Dixon hobbling to the sidelines. He all arm on that throw. He could not plant that back foot. So the big boy, Skippy, going to come in and punt the football away again. His last one high into the nighttime air. Brett Perry lost a couple of yards. Scrappy, not Skippy. Salinas to punt the football away. Big guy had it partially blocked and falling on it at about the 1 yard line. No, ball still free. And apparently it went into the end zone, I believe, is what the official is going to say. Or they said that Scrappy had downed it. Well, Scrappy did there. I thought maybe he was playing rugby and tried to throw it forward. So a blocked punt there, and let's give credit to Jalen Warner. Warner, the one that got in there and blocked that football away. And so Mangum now has it 1st and goal at the 3 yard line. Good quarterback in there for Mangum. And Deion Dickey, and somehow he got the ball to Lamar James. James turns the corner and will score from 3 yards away. Well, the snap to Dickey was high. It bounced up to him, and he just kind of shuffled it to Lamar James with all that speed. Turns the corner and scores from 3 yards away. And Mangum now leads it by a score of 47-0. How about that? Well, you're Deion Dickey, and you try to find that football, not get your hat handed to you. He finds it, pitches all in one motion. I love the speed of Lamar James. My goodness. So the extra point try now. A little bit of confusion on the extra point team. They get everybody in there. Snap is back. Hold is true, but the kick is low and no good. So with 11:34 left in the ball game, Mangum now leads it 47-0. You're listening to Tiger Football on Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
11:34 left of the ball game. Mangum on top now, 47-0. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Great Plains Bank. And the Tigers will kick into the win. I think this is only the second time they will do so. Most of their touchdowns have come on the other end of the field. Now the Whitehead going to have a conversation with the head coach, and Whitehead also talking to his colleagues. The officials now wear the microphones where they can talk to one another. And I believe what happened there, and I'll bet you $1 to a dozen donuts, Patrick Braun told the Whitehead, hey, let's run the clock for the remainder of the ball game. And that'll be the case, yeah. So what they did, Coach Braun came out and told the Whitehead that, and then he talked to the side judge across the way, conferred with William Dickey to see if Dickey was in agreement with that. Both coaches are, so they have already started the clock going to run. So this last 11 minutes and change should go pretty quickly. Zane Gray with the catch it, run back out to about the 35-yard line. And my goodness, what a collision there. Gray has got some rocks in his pockets. And Bryce Ditmore flying downfield. And boy, the collision was there, and I've often talked about it. But Mike Adamle, who played football for the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets, and he was a sportscaster. And do you remember the Gladiators television show? Gladiators, remember that? He was the host of the Gladiators. Well, sometimes late at night, but anyhow, Adamle had the best line when it comes to special teams, and it's a focus now, like in the college and the NFL ranks, where they're trying to keep people safe, is that I'm going to get a timeout here. But he used to say, when you play on special teams, you better be willing to divorce your mind from your body. That collision right there, a classic example of that. Timeout going to be taken here. 10:31 left in the ball game. Mangum leads it 47-0. Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
There's only one place for the best selection of items for Mangum's homecoming. It's Flowers Unlimited at 113 South Oklahoma. Your choices include 7 different mums starting at $18.95, 4 different garters starting at $12.95, several kinds of noisemakers including the popular cowbell, lighted pom-poms, lighted jewelry, and candy snack packs. It's Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Classy move there by William Dickey. The play clock was winding down, and was going to be a 5-yard delay of game penalty on Hollis if he doesn't take the timeout there. Takes that timeout and keeps Hollis from having to use their final timeout of the night. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Tigers of Hollis. 10:21 left of the ball game. They run a slip screen here on the near side, and the catch is made, but not much distance there. Skylar Scott making the play for Mangum, as the catch was made here on the near side by Christian Salazar. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Skylar Scott, the son of Bull, and Bull Scott, no. He's just full of bull. Scott or bull. 9:45 left in the ball game. High formation here, deep handoff and room up the middle, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30, and tackled from behind at about the 18-yard line. They'll give him the 17-yard line. Lamar James. We saw James run in a touchdown a moment ago. And James can absolutely fly. Well, that time he tracked down Jeffy from behind. Lamar saving a touchdown. And the shutout will remain intact. 47-0. And again, we've got a running clock here in this fourth period of play. Trying to get this one over as quickly as possible. And game not in doubt. By the way, if you're wondering about that, they don't have the mercy rule in 11-man football, but coaches can agree by mutual agreement to let the clock run when a game has gotten out of hand, and certainly this game falls into that category. So Hollis would love to punch the football in here, and defense for Mangum trying to bow their neck, not let it happen. Right up the middle of the field, Zane Gray, and Gray will take it down to the 10-yard line, where he is met by a host of white shirts. Got a bunch of new kids in there. Elijah Bernal in on the stop for Mangum. He was down low. Also, we see the massive body of Chris Harper. Harper has come into the ball game. And Caleb Adamy in on the stop as well. So that'll bring up a second down at 5. And clock at 8:15. 47-0. And again, Mangum and Hollis, the only thing in doubt is whether you pitch the shutout tonight if you're Mangum. Boy, Dixon bobbled the ball, and then he'll hand it off to his tailback. And again, blasting his way inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. And I'm trying to avoid the camera and see what's going on as well. My angle, not the best. So Bernal in on another stop now for Mangum. In that defensive secondary, you'll see Dion Dickey as well. Got a new nose tackle in there. And it's Kane Batoa. Kane fills out that shirt. So first and goal now for Hollis. 7:30 left of the ball game. And in the end zone for the first score of the night will go the tailback. Well, we're waiting for the official call. There it is. It took forever, but it was obvious that Jeffy had gotten into the end zone, but they made him unpile, and when they finally did, touchdown is signaled. That will stop the clock with 7:20 remaining, 47-6. And again, the only thing in doubt here is what the final score will be. Limping off the field for Mangum, Caleb Adamy. Caleb having a hard time getting to the sidelines, finally does. So Hollis will go for 2, and you'd think that they go right back to Jeffy and let him run it off the right side. He's had success there all night long, and that's indeed what they do. Jeffy into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 7:20 left of the ball game, it's now 47-8. Mangum in front of Hollis. We're back to Will Husband Stadium after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Classic Hits 97.7. It's 47-8. Mangum on top, and they went ahead and started running the clock again. So we're down to 6:30, and the clock is running. Fourth quarter brought to you by Great Plains Bank. Is looking to see if Hollis is going to try an onside kick here. Again, clock running. They've stopped it twice now in this fourth period of play. 6:10. Set to boot the football away as Lorenzo Scrappy Salinas. Kick here on the near side, fielded by Perry at about the 25. He's got the 30, 35, 40, 45 across the midfield stripe. Brett Perry down the far sideline at the 30, cuts back there, comes to the near side, gets a block at the 25. He's got the 20 to the 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Brett Perry. 74 yards, Brett Perry with the score. And that'll make it a 53-8 ball game. So Hollis with the touchdown as they had their starters in there offensively against the second and third string from Mangum. William Dickey says, Brett Perry, go out there and return this kick for a touchdown, and Perry did just that. And again, that is, obviously coaches look at film, and Perry, the last couple of years for Mangum, done a great job on punt and kick returns, and quite often folks will kick away from him, and I think that time everybody a little surprised that Perry back there to return that one, and did for 76 or 74 yards, got into the 26 and went to the house. Mangum leads it 53-8. Extra point on the way. Kick is up. It is no good. Wide left. And with 4:40 left in a ball game, Mangum leads it 53-8. Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, 3:40 left of the ball game. Great Plains Bank, our fourth quarter sponsors. Thanks to them, and actually down to 3:30 now as the clock running. They have stopped it a couple of times in the fourth period. Just momentarily, and actually just an absolute running clock, which kind of unusual. You'll see the clock run but stop in between change of possessions and during timeouts after touchdowns, but not the case here tonight. Coach Braun and company ready to get out of here, trailing 53-8 now, which is probably a good thing because I'm told my battery is very low and I don't want to plug it in, so we're just about done. Short kick fielded by one of the upbacks. And that is a big upback. That's Enrique Rascon. And Enrique getting a big round of applause. That boy fills out his uniform, but he is not used to seeing a football in his hands trying to run north and south. That's some good stuff there. Guy that big wearing a 50 on his jersey. They deserve a chance every once in a while to carry the football. Conversely, if you're the guy on the defensive side trying to tackle somebody that big, you better be real sure of what you want to do. Because if you've got any hesitation, it'd be like those cartoons when Daffy Duck got run over and wanted to know if anybody got the license of the truck that just hit him. 2:05 left in this one. Again, Jeffy on the carry. Boy, he got blasted as he came through the hole. There's some kids now that are just loading up and coming after him. Elijah Bernal. He says, I know where the point of attack is. I'm supposed to fill the hole right here. And did. Pick up a 5 for Jeffy on the carry. But, again, a great collision there. Second down and 5. Minute 35 left of the ball game. Javion Dixon back underneath center. Dixon going to hand it off to Jeffy. Left side, got some room. Runs through a host of Mangum tacklers. Takes it inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle there by Deion Dickey. Freshman making the play with a minute 15 and the clock running. Well, while they let the clock run, there's nobody taking a knee here, and I like that. Go out and play. For those who might say, well, it's the first team against the second and third squad, go out and stop them. Plain and simple. Toss sweep near side Jeffy. He'll get a block and get it inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. And again, Bernal in on the stop for Mangum. Elijah going to be a good one before all is said and done. Chris Harper as well. 40 seconds in running here in this fourth quarter of play. And time for a couple of more. High formation. It's been that way all night long. And again, Jeffy going to run right side, breaks a couple of tackles, and then he'll get hammered. Elijah Bernal down low and coming over the top to finish the play off. Bryce Ditmore. I'll tell you what, Ditmore has made a couple of pancake hits here tonight. 15 seconds left. Probably going to be the final play of the ball game unless they score. Too many men on the field for Mangum. And Jeffy will fight his way to the end zone. And does he get there? Yes, he'll score. Does Jeffy. And that'll end the ball game. Let's see if they try the extra point. Makes it 53-14. Mangum had too many players on the field. And they didn't bother to call a penalty flag on the play. And they're not going to do the extra point either. So this one will end just like that. 53 for Mangum, 14 for Hollis.
Have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something special. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
53-14, Mangum wins it tonight as they pick up their second win in 4 tries, second victory in a row. Most importantly, they are 1-0 inside district play and get their full 15 points. Headed into week number 2 of district plays. We'll travel to Frederick a week from tonight down at the Bomber Bowl. But Mangum getting it done all night long on the ground. They just ran roughshod over this bunch from Hollis, gouging the Hollis Tigers for big chunks of yardage. Brett Perry and Sean Claude Booth doing most of the damage tonight. Got some help as well from Colton Laughlin and a late touchdown from the speedster as Mangum wins it by a final score of 54. What was the final score? 53. I'm sorry, 53-14. Mangum wins it tonight. They're 2-2 and 1-0 inside district play. Well, we'll be back on the Ball Diamond on Monday as the Lady Tigers will entertain Canute in the regular season finale. It'll be senior day as well. Get underway at about 5 o'clock. And then regional play will begin on Thursday of next week. Richard Carney thinks probably at noon against Chelsea. And we'll have the regional play Thursday and Friday, and then take off for Frederick on Friday night as Mangum will be at the Bomber Bowl to take on the Bombers. 53-14. Mangum wins it tonight. Great job in relief there by Deanne. Thank you, dear. We appreciate your efforts. Thanks as well to Chad Fox. It has been a long week since last Friday night with all the technical problems we had, getting those things ironed out, and we certainly did here tonight. Chad, thank you for your efforts as well. So, join us on Monday morning for Michael in the Morning. We do that 6 to 9 right here on Classic Hits 97.7. And then we've got softball on Monday afternoon, softball on Thursday, softball on Friday, football on Friday. It's your voice of Mangum sports done correctly. Classic Hits 97.7.